pushed back, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's finish now. There you go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Power running by Zeke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. They'll give to Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
2nd down, Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Now, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Mayfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Mayfield to throw it this time. Now he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jamie Collins in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here you go. Sweat. Sweat today. Gun.
Now Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Here we go, 46.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and they'll get him down right about the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Yeah, they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Mayfield on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
46.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott, and he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Flush to his right. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Here we go, 46.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, fighting off. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mayfield. And he'll find a man. That's Landry. And, he spins past him and into space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns have moved out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. But I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got...
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 48.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Good.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cooper. The reception good for 7. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joe Schobert in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Here you go.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gun. It's coming now. 26.
Here's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs. Keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Mayfield now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And incomplete here on third down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Mayfield on fourth down. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They pitch it to Chubb. Nifty move. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. A toss play to Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back.
I sound